You like that, Akin? And trust me, if I could, man, I'd have about 3 cameras. I'd have a top-down camera. I'd have side cameras. One day, man. One day we're gonna have a really, really cool coffee mess. A good start, though. I just can never get the camera angle right. It's hard. It's hard to do it, and, you know. I don't have a lot of mounts and all these different things I could do. Lighting's the biggest problem, too. Alright, I'll check it out again. What's going on, guys? XCaliber here, and we are back in another Anvil REFORGED Empyrion build series. I'll never get those right. I don't care how many years I stream. It'll always be awkward. It's fine. Hope you guys are doing good. So we've been doing, we did Subnautica yesterday. I love that game, dude. So we're gonna do another Let's Play tomorrow with that. Today we are going to be continuing our Designer's Challenge starter capital vessel build. We're pretty much wrapped up. I do want to do some survival testing, both in Reforged and Vanilla, so we'll probably be doing that. And then I do have some other ideas for things that I want to build. And then I was thinking about some things that I need to finish, and why does that do that? Sorry, guys. But yeah, there's some builds that I want to complete too that I haven't. I've been thinking about it. I was spending about 10 minutes in my head thinking about the Whetstone Orbital Mark II and how much I need to finish that. I need to get the pickaxe on the workshop. That's already available on Patreon, but it's not on the workshop yet, so I got to get that going. And then so yeah, the Whetstone, very important. I think I want to get that thing out. And yeah, but like as far as new things, I don't know. I was thinking about a like a heavy cargo CV, like module type situation. Like the Helios is, you know, the Helios to me first. The Helios is like a CV pad, right? Like it's meant to carry big CVs and move about as a huge base platform. But I would like a I want like a big cargo vessel. I want something that, you know, maybe does like 6 to 12 module slots and is this just massive like heavy thrusted like crazy mining vessel. I don't know, just something like that in my head. I was thinking that. So that sounds really large, but not if you stack it. Not if you stack it. It doesn't have to be large. So I don't know. I'm thinking that would be kind of cool. But I could sit here and think about builds all day, but actually like building them and finishing them is where I struggle. So let's work on getting something done, because Saturday is approaching. Designer's Challenge, guys. Also, I will say, there is some stuff, you know, coming soon as well. So, the Hot Ones, Spicy Wing Stream Challenge is, it is coming. If you guys recall, we did raise money to get the hot sauce and do that whole thing. But the problem was I was waiting for the site to actually get the hot sauce in stock, and it looks like they have it in stock now. So I'll be ordering that pretty soon here. And then, you know, we'll be hopefully getting that stream going. And the other thing is the cooking stream. Cooking stream that I usually do at the end of the month. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it in at the end. I don't know. I gotta see. Some things got away from me this month. Little XCalibers' birthday, some other things happen here, so I'm doing the best I can, but we'll get it. We'll get something going on, alright. See, man, I wish they gave you the, I wish they gave you the textures. They need to do, why haven't they done that? Damn it. Why haven't they done that? They need to do that. They need to give us the... They've got the IDs now. They got no excuse. Give us all of the textures for everything. All the textures for everything. Let's go. All of them. Let's do it. Why not, right? I don't see what the problem is. What are we waiting on? I hate this. This sucks. This like makes you change whole builds because you can't texture it correctly. It's annoying. Well, the carbon has all the same textures as all the other blocks, right? It's the Xeno, which, you know, I mean, I honestly, like, I don't really have an issue with the Xeno. Like, I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, Xeno is kind of a weird building material. It's a niche building material, I think. So I'm actually kind of okay with that. Like, I don't think you need to have all the textures for Xeno. Then it would just be a basic building material. I mean, it is a little stronger than, you know, it's stronger than combat, but lighter. Why would you ever use combat if Xeno had all the same textures? I don't see why you would ever. I mean, I guess the building material. So I don't know. I don't really have an issue with that, I guess. Well, I don't know. I could see it both ways, I guess. Because at the end of the day, you still have to go get the Xeno, right? So that's what makes it unique, and is worth, you know, that bonus of it being lighter and stuff. So okay, I mean, I guess I could see an argument for wanting the same textures, but I don't get the container extensions. That makes no sense to me. And the thing is, there was no rhyme or reason to the textures they decided on. They just randomly put textures in there. So, you know, because they only could add a couple or whatever, but you know, that time's passed. Now, you know, you don't have to do that anymore. So let's go. Let's do it. You know, give us the good stuff. A little unbalanced. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'd like to see them build on that a bit more. It's a cool concept that, you know, there's this specialized building material that you can incorporate into your builds and make them stronger, and that's a cool idea, but it would be nice if they built on that idea a little bit more and gave you you know, gave you some different types of building material that maybe had some different buffs, and yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh. Well, it's true, Heckin, but my problem with that, right, my argument for that is container extensions don't look any different than blocks. It's not like Space Engineers where, like, they're, you know, they're actual, like, chutes and you know, I mean, they actually look like the purpose that they are three-dimensionally. So then, you know, three-dimensionally, yeah, you can have some textures, but it already explains itself. When you use textures to explain things like ventilation and like these different things, it's not as, you know, I mean, you're doing your best as an artist to try to sell it, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be as cool as having like this window shutter that's three-dimensional. So, you know, for me, if the container extensions look like regular blocks anyway, you might as well let us hide them and just make them look like part of the ship, because, you know, I'm not going to, you know, unless you gave us some cool blocks that actually looked like chutes and stuff, which to me just, it gets ridiculous now, right? Because it's like, you know, I just give us the blocks, you know, just give us container extensions that, you know, I mean, we're simulating the fact that this really happens, but at the end of the day, like all games simulate. At Space Engineers, you know, they have I forget what they're called in the game. I haven't played Space Engineers in so long. Conveyors, right? So they have conveyors, and you can put them together and you can make things. But at the end of the day, things aren't really going through there. It's all just scripting and stuff. But at least it's cause and effect. You put a chute there, it's going to work. It's functional. This is all just logistics. So technically, we don't have to have any of this here. It's just, you know, we're just putting blocks in representing this mass and capability of it being able to hold stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not, the blocks themselves don't hold any function, you know, they don't do anything. So yeah, just let us incorporate them. Yeah, and well, for a while, the freedom of choice argument was that they don't have the they don't have enough IDs to do that. Now they do. Now they do, and I want to see it. Now let's go. You know, give us yeah, we need these things. We definitely need these things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. One can hope. Hey, Dragon Tech, what's up? I don't look at experimental at all, so I know nothing about anything that's coming at 1.5. Yeah, I don't really get into the experimentals at all. Man, I shouldn't have started talking about textures. Now I feel like I don't like any of these textures and I don't want to use any of them. Yeah, I would love to do a Millennium Falcon SV. It'd have to be an SV. Yeah, I don't think I want to texture this right now. Bothering me. Let's start building something out. I don't know, man. I'm not good at texturing on stream. Like I'm better at if I get into a really big conversation about something, but um it is less I will say it's a little less immersive talking with written chat, if that makes sense. Like if I have people in voice talking to me, I can get lost in a conversation and then just texturing happens. I do that a lot. I use Neuro for that, or Donk, or Zovia, or some people that I game with at night and stuff. Is I'll get into a good conversation. I'll just start texturing, and then I'll just I'll get lost in it, and it'll work out really well actually. And that's how a lot of my stuff ends up getting like finished, because I'm just like yapping about some ridiculous thing. But yeah, no, it's just so unfun to me that it's like I don't even enjoy doing it. I'm using yeah, Doc. Right? So I don't know, let's like build something. So what we'll do here is here we go. We got stuff here. So this is Jay's space station. Space. So I talked to Jay, and he did incorporate a lot of these things we were talking about on the last stream. He actually he has an Apollo docking port, which is awesome. So big hype on that. I thought that would have been a real miss if he didn't have that, so I'm glad he incorporated that into the build. And I'm sure he's a whole lot further along in this, so that is freaking awesome. Looking forward to utilizing that in season 3. Be good. Let's like build something new. I'm excited. I'm gonna spawn the Helios for measuring. Damn, you type Helios and a million things come up. People probably know these measurements by heart. Oh! $18? 19. 19. Okay, so 19 wide, and then, it's up to you as far as up and down, right? But 19 wide. Alright, 17 for module. 19 wide, that's what we're looking at here. In my head, I'm imagining if it would make sense to build the Millennium Falcon as an SV. Like, what function would it serve? It'd be cargo, obviously, but... In my head, I'm like, Oh, you know what? Let me save that before I get confused, because I've got a couple of these out. I mean, this isn't really in stone, but a vague idea here. Roughly 23. Oh! Alright, well that's the biggest CV I've ever built. What the fuck? This thing's huge. I can't do it. No, I don't. Hold on, let's see. Oh my god. Alright. Too big! And that's the thing, like, these don't have to be fully built out as far as, the slots even. Like, you really don't. You really don't need these to be... it's just kind of an excess of blocks, to be honest. You know, for the Helios, it makes sense because it's a landing pad, so those blocks are already paid for, right? The only thing he had to do was add the framing so that the things don't slot into each other, but it's really, you know what I mean? Like, it's really not a requirement, function-wise, you know, and this will save us blocks, because trying to get into something like this as cheap as possible is really the answer, right? We got to think about that. Yeah. So the other thing that's kind of well, did I scrap the other? Which one? Which one? No, I didn't scrap it. It's almost done. That's for the challenge. I just don't want a texture on stream. It's gonna be a heavy cargo transport. Hold on, guys, one sec. Alright, sorry the wife. Alright, so I want to stack cargo, but the other problem is clearance. So a lot of these modules are a lot higher than like the slots. That'd be an interesting idea, Gamer. For sure. Oh, that's a really interesting idea. Because at the end of the day, you're in space, right? You could dock these anyway. I mean, you'd have to... You couldn't do gravity generators, right? Like, that couldn't be a thing. It's kind of a really interesting idea. Because the pickaxe, right? The actual... Well, not the pickaxe, but the Orion from Star Citizen. Let's look at that real quick. That's kind of a... That's worth checking out. So this guy, right? Like, you know, they're at 45s and stuff, and they're just kind of... So you can basically slot modules and like that, and they'd all kind of be at a 45. Yeah, I mean, you want it to be flexible for sure. You definitely want it to be flexible. That's an interesting... that's kind of interesting. I don't know. It would be really efficient. So I could build on that. Like, I could have these ones, and then I could have 45, so that basically it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I could even go like 7, 8. We're gonna play around with that. So first, what we'll do, right? First, what we'll do is we'll make the initial slot. Right now, this slot's got to be. It's got to work on both. It's got to work on both ends, right? Got to be high enough to basically work on both ends. So the average. You know, this would be, I think, probably the highest count, right? So. That's 12 blocks. So maybe like 15. And again, none of these blocks are staying here, so don't get attached to these framing blocks. These are just for measurements. Because, you know, essentially you don't really need them, right? Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot of size. I don't know. That's pretty big. Seems like way bigger than it needs to be, right? Or I'm just size challenged. I just see everything is too big. I think that's what it comes down to. It's really not too big. So this makes sense. So and that is a good deal bigger than it needs to be, I think. I mean, it probably doesn't need to be that much. But again, some of these things are bigger. Almost like for the space, I could fit 2 of these. Yeah, I think I overdid a little bit here. I mean, as long as it could go down. It could probably be like a little less. But the important thing is the width, right? So let's well, I guess the height is kind of, so let's figure out the height. So if we shave that's probably a safer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 11's probably pretty good. Then that means that this has to be 11, right? This is what? Well, let's not care about that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey Vandal, what's up? Potential cargo transport CV. Alright, so What that means now is we should potentially be able to one up here too. So let's move this one down. Roughly the middle. Just measuring purposes here. Two, roughly in the middle. Hey, Treadmore, what's up? 3. It's an interesting concept. So this basically means, though, that this wouldn't be able to go in space at all. And I feel like I'd have to make like a custom module cargo thing to kind of go with it. It's interesting. It is an interesting. I mean, and see, so this is the thing too, is there's no wonder. Well, now I'm thinking like clips, right? So let's go back to what the Orion looks like, right? So with the Orion, right? Like you see these like little things right here. Like what if these were clips? Like 1 clip, 2 clip, 3 clip, 4 clip, 5 clip, 6 clip. That's pretty cool, right? 6, 12, 18. But I mean, it's not a lot of cargo, so. And that's a lot of CVs to move it. It's a cool idea. I don't know how much I would like the look of it, though. It would be kind of a weird look with just all the different modules and how they look at weird angles. It might be a little... I don't know. A good way to do it, though, would be to take the jetpack and just use that as a frame and interlock those into like a bigger CV. That could be cool. Yeah, I can make a manufacturing clip. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. But yeah, I would want it to be the size of like this, like a 20K storage situation. Like I was gonna do like the traditional stacking, like 3 high. So I guess the first step would be to make the module. Probably makes the most sense. Make the module and then make the framework to dock the module. Let's see what that looks like. That's 39, right? Yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Alright, so now that I have that, I probably should have... You know what? Hold on. Let's consolidate this as much as possible before we duplicate it, because this is... I don't have to redo them all. This is kind of big, and this could be smaller. So you got rounds. You don't really have too many options here. How common is it for players to use freighter CVs that aren't miners? There's people. There's definitely people in the Anvil that do it. I think there's a place for it. I mean, I think that yeah, I think there's a place for it. What I'm thinking in my head right now is it would be cool to have a CV that has these slots, however big this is going to end up being, right? It has these slots for what it is, and then it has like a traditional Helio slot for like a couple of Apollos or whatever. Not Apollos, Plutuses. And just make it like a massive mining operation. That's where I'm thinking, right? That's where my head's at with that. That'd be cool. Or, you know, one Plutus. Let's say you're solo. You got one room for Plutus, and then you got room for like an Apollo, for like your ground combat stuff. You know, so you could still play the entire game. It's just your main focus is cargo, salvage, you know, these different things, and you can have stuff like that.
Welcome to XBC.
Hey, Filbert, what's up, man? Extension of tier 1 sub, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Welcome to XBC.
Popping off 5 gift subs to celebrate. Thank you, sir. How you doing, man?
Welcome to XBC. Welcome to XBC.
Big guy for Filbert.
Welcome to XBC. Welcome to XBC.
like the way that looks. I think we could jazz that up a bit more. Bada boom hype, yeah. Dang, they gave us the wrong freaking blocks, man. If I just had my 45s, like, oh, it'd be so much better. Damn it. I hate the way this looks. The round's the best. I just don't want to copy Garabin. Right? Like, I mean, but there's not a whole lot of ways you could do it. Like, it's just kind of, you know, there's not a whole lot you could do here. I mean, the round just kind of looks the best, man. Ugh. I mean, I could make it a little bigger, but then that kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? And the thing is, we could dress these up after with regular blocks. Getting that initial count. Nice. So this I could live with, I think. I can make that look better. We could do interesting things here. Hey Zach, what's up? So this is actually part of a bigger thing, right? So this is going to be an entire module. So I'm more concerned with how the module itself is going to look than just like these one set of containers, because we're going to build around it. Yeah, we are going to make it like a bigger kind of a slot concept thing here to uniformly on all sides look like, you know, a bigger part of what this CV is going to be. Still a work in progress. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out here. That would be cool. Yeah, definitely have like a LCD. That's a good idea. All right, I think that looks presentable. And honestly, like to save space, even I could theoretically put regular boxes in here too, which would just make sense, right? I don't know how that works for logistics though, because I know it's weird, right? Like the way they. How does that work? Let's see here. You're gonna do that to me, you bastard. Alright. But then, how does that work for? Oh. So, oh, okay. So it does separate them first. All right. So let's emulate that, or let's duplicate that. I think I did that right. Yep, we're looking good. This is 10, right? Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did we not get that whole end? Oh, come on. Come on! Damn it. Alright, it's fine. Hey, we are making a massive cargo module. Alright, so that's 10 cargo systems, so now we're gonna duplicate this and make 20. I wouldn't feel right if we only did 10, you know, and there's a 20 out there. Wouldn't feel right at all. Guys, let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so let's that's kind of exciting. Alright, uh-oh. Damn it. Come up. Those flat blocks. Hey, script, what's up? So I guess, see, this is too much space. I don't want to do that. So let's undo that again. Let's paste, and then
Welcome to XBC.
Tier 3 8-month resub by the script. What's up, man? Dear disgusting word. A really gross word. Still love you, man. Yeah, I guess that's not too big, is it? What's the size of this? What did we say was the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's the size of a module? Eight. Shit. Yeah, that's too big. Damn it! Ah. Like I guess we'll do it like that, and then we'll make it look pretty. All right, let's do that. Oh wait, let's back in the center. Can chest with double wall blocks if you want a gap in a one block space. Can cheat with double wall. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Uh super clip. Box drum mag, nice. Oh yeah. All right. So we got that. Let's see. All right, I do like the look of that, so I think that's good. So yeah, theoretically. Oh my god, I hope I could pull this off, man. Cause I'm excited. Like if I could pull this off, this will be really cool, man. This will be genuinely cool. Like make a legit pickaxe. It doesn't have to be. I mean. Yeah, this is exciting. Yeah, I mean, no, we gotta do 45-degree docking. There's no doubt that's gotta happen. That's just gonna sell it. That's gonna make it look amazing. All right, so now we need a very. Like that. That's too much, right? In the center, that's just too much. Alright, so it is nice for, well, shit, do I want to do that then? Maybe I don't want to do that. I don't know, is anybody actually, like, accessing these things manually? Is that I feel like there is. I feel like there's, like, a couple people. Damn it, you manual bastards. Alright, let's organize for that then. Yeah, that's true. Jay Randall's not gonna be on my cargo ship. Oh, I made this cargo ship. It'll be Donk. Yeah, it's true. At the end of the day, this is all for Donk. It's like, yeah, Donk, we made you a thing. Made you a new cargo ship. No, honestly, like, we had a conversation about this. Donk's really on board. For the next playthrough here, we're gonna have our own stuff. So we're gonna be working together, but for organizational purposes and for just crafting purposes, we're gonna have what's the word? We're gonna have our own modules. So, like, imagine a Helios. I don't know if we're gonna use this Helios, if we're gonna use some. I have no idea what we're doing. But let's say we're using this. XCaliber is gonna have slot number 1. Jay Randall's gonna have slot number 2. Donk's gonna have slot number 3. Obsidian, whoever, right? We're gonna have, everybody's gonna have their own slot, and they're gonna have their own module. Now, their module is up to them. If it's gonna be a production module, mining module, it's gonna be the only thing that you set. But your cargo is your cargo, and we're all gonna be in charge of our own cargo. Overflow cargo, totally different thing. If it's a bunch of blocks, we could just have it in like an extra thing. But the idea is that Jay Randall can get into the game, and if he wants to craft something, he could craft something. He doesn't have to worry about interrupting a process of Donk's, interrupting a process of mine, not knowing where stuff is. It got really out of hand by the end of the Let's Play. And, you know, it's still out of hand. I mean, I organized it recently, but it's a big pain in the ass. So, you know, all we gotta do is just build something that has enough slots. So, like, you look at his space station, it's got, you know, 6-7 slots. I mean, that's plenty. Plus Helios's, plus, you know, whatever it is we decide to do. It's just gonna be, it's an easier way for me to multiplay. I mean, unless you're really in sync with the guy on how to organize, and we aren't, you lose that part of the game. And I think that kind of affected us a little bit. It affected us in regards to, you know, not feeling possession of a lot of the stuff we had, and not knowing, you know, oh, can I craft this? You know, is this somebody else's thing? Or, you know what I mean? It got a little disruptive, and so we're gonna alleviate that with doing it that way. I think it'll be a lot better. Yeah, I mean, and we were doing that too, but it got to be where we were all on a different time. Sometimes, you know, that wouldn't get organized in time for us to, you know, it got a little messy. So this way, you know, that's not going to necessarily be the case, I think. But listen, each group is different, right? I mean, this is just how me and Jay and Donk and, you know, this is how we work, right? Um, you know, some people might be totally in sync and be able to just, you know, have the organization down, and that'd be cool to experience. I've never really experienced that. That'd be kind of an interesting, you know, playthrough. Because at the end of the day, I love being organized, man. Like maybe you know it doesn't feel that way, but I genuinely do prefer for everything to be really organized, and I've always kind of played that way in all my games, but with Empyrion and logistics and just the way everything is, it's really hard to do that unless you build on a really large scale to where you have a box for like freaking everything, and then it doesn't even play well with crafting, right? So it's a little the game drives you nuts at the end of the day. It really does drive you a little nuts with respect to that, because like, you know, you can only have one input for a constructor, so you have to have a little bit of everything in the input box. The input box can only be so big. So the way Donk did it made sense. He had a box for everything, and then he just replenish it. But it's harder than it looks, right? It's harder to maintain that organization. It's really frustrating, man. Like I really wish that they had more options for, um, you know, more options for that at the end of the day. Like it would be, I don't know, it'd be great. What are you gonna do? So this is deceptive, right? Because there is no space here. Space here. Great. that's not gonna work. So I don't know how much. I feel like I need more thrust than this, right? Well, let's look at this guy. This would be a good indication here. So he's got 4. Okay, so not too bad. And I've never had an issue with that build, so. Actually. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on. Kind of want it at the top, don't you? Yeah, so let's do that. Let's put it here. We're gonna move the bridge upstairs. Yeah, I don't know how much is this thing at for downward? Really? Okay. I mean, I guess it's space only, right? So I guess that makes sense, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's variable. I don't care about solar just because, you know, there's nothing to power here, right? Like, I mean, I guess moving it initially, it would be cool to have that power. I just don't, yeah, I don't really see the point per se. I mean, I guess I could have things on top. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see the point, especially with the way this design's gonna be. So it's gonna, you know, there's no way that they're all gonna have access to it. So plus, people just stick them up there anyway. I mean, you go to Fred's base and he's got solar panels just everywhere, coming out of everywhere. Just a bunch of solar panels. Stick them anywhere. Kind of like my front porch. If you guys can see my real life solar panels, I wish I could show you. There's no way to do that. You know, I was upset, man. This GoPro, I bought this GoPro a long time ago, right? For, you know, to do the vlog streaming and stuff, and these things are extremely, I mean, they're cool, but they're kind of a pain in the ass too, man. I recorded little XCal's birthday party, right? And I wanted to show her the recording, and you know, this little ass screen, and I'm just like, yeah, let me just move them over to my computer so we can watch them on my computer. Can't do that. No, really, you can't do that. It was blew my mind. Like, there's a little USB port in here, and you plug it in. I plugged it in the computer. It wouldn't read it as a file transfer situation. I looked for the proprietary software. It's expired. It's not being supported anymore. So they say that you have to literally take the memory card out and you gotta like put it in. I don't have a memory card reader in my computer. I don't have the USB to memory card thing. I just got so upset. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, why is it so hard? Why can't I just plug it in and it recognizes it like a jump drive? It's just it just gets really annoying, man, how advanced we get, but at the same time just how unadvanced we are. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, man. As we go further and further into technology, things just get more and more, or sorry, less and less user friendly. Like, it's insane, man. It really annoys me. Oh, it's so annoying, dude. What's power here? I'm totally just gonna, like, because this thing is proven, man, so I just want to see, like, what's he got here. He's got He's got 2 of the regular large generators. Yeah, I guess that's all you need, right? Makes sense. Shout out to Garriman. Whoop. Put in 2 for symmetry. Nice. Alright, so... Oh, fuel tanks, right? Ooh. Oh, it just takes 1. Okay, so what are we calling this thing? Somebody had an idea, I forgot. Was it a box mag or something? Oh, that for now. Cool. Cool. Alright, so that's... You know, I mean, obviously we're gonna, like, do little fanciness, but for now, that gives me an idea of the size we're looking at here, right? This is gonna be a cool project. I'm kind of excited here. I mean, it definitely needs... Yeah, it needs... Well, I need to figure that out. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out what I'm doing as far as... So, these slots I think are going to be different than Helios. They might not, but they might. I don't know yet. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to have Helios slots. So I don't know if I'm going to make those interchangeable or not. I'd like to, obviously, but... I also, you know, it's going to be an aesthetic thing, right? Like, you're going to be slotting these things in, you know, one at a time, and I want them to all look very uniform, and you know, the proportions and everything are going to be part of it, because, you know, this is going to add to the ship aesthetic. So that is a legitimate part of this operation here, is making it all look good together. So we're basically going to be building around these box mags to give that overall Orion cargo look here. But I mean, this is similar enough to where I think this will be a Helio slot anyway. And then I also see myself probably doing some like high grab versions and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool to do some stuff like that. Man, like sometimes I'll have these ideas and I'll just wish that I could just build it in 10 seconds. Like, oh, I want to do this and that. It's like my ideas go so much faster than my block flipping, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I think that's a good... Yeah, I think that's perfect actually as far as... We'll see. We'll see here. We want to be able to... Yeah, I feel like I even got some room to spare here. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like I could go tighter even. Because it's 2 blocks, right? 2 blocks is the... What is it again? It's 19, right? So... It's 19 inner? Oh, 17's... No, 17 is the module and 19 is the space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 18. How did this get 18? 1, 2. How did that happen? Yeah, because I mean, if I'm fitting it for this, but then this would allow it to fit for any module per se, right? So... I guess that's... I think that's okay. I think that's okay. So now the next thing is we have to figure out exactly how this is gonna work here. So I don't think that I can get away with having one... I don't think I can get away with having a cross and an X. I think that might be too many. I could be wrong though. I feel like that might be too many. It might make the ship too big because I'd have to account for that amount of height in a hexagon. I don't know if that makes sense. That's too big of a hexagon, I think, for everything to have its proper space. So I might just be able to do an X. Doing an X would be easier. I mean, I don't know if it would be... Well, it would be easier, and it would be a smaller thing. And then, yeah, I think that might make more sense to do it as an X. Because then, otherwise, we're just going to get really, really big, and it's not going to make a whole lot of sense here. So, I think doing an X is probably the way to go. I'm running low on time here. I gotta get dinner going. But yeah, so I mean, they can be close together. They just have to be. But yeah, doing Helios and doing them at 45s is an interesting thing, regardless. I mean, basically, you would just be doing like. Whatever the height is, right? What did we say the height was? I forget. Basically, you just pour it in like that. Oh, I'm not in see, I'm thinking I'm in symmetry, but I'm in symmetry for the stupid mag. Man, alright, whatever. Yeah, so then you would just emulate that way. We could just copy paste that. Boom, boom, boom. And really, I don't need this even. Like, I don't need all that, right? This is just to find kind of that center line. This. Well, I guess this. We'll see. So the next thing is, I guess I'm have to use ramps, right? Well, I don't know. I don't think I need to use anything. Yeah, I don't. You want to be able to get in and out of it, and then into some kind of a thing. So you're a little bit limited as to the way you get in and out of it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal. But we want to have this as tight as possible, so that, you know, you don't have to have a bunch of space. Lower block count, everything all together. Because honestly, like, I don't want this to be some massive CV that's going to take a lot to get into. I want it to be a pretty inexpensive solution, actually. And it really can be, because the expense is going to be adding these modules. But you can start out pretty, you know, pretty efficient with just one, you know? 20 cargo is massive amount of cargo, right? So, you know, how many of these do you really need? But as you progress, you know, you can continue. But I don't want not having the modules to take away from the overall look of the build. So, you know, having these big, like, you know, sections of space where these things go is not going to be the way to do it. The way that it's going to make more sense is going to be not having anything there, and just, you know, but have indicators on how to put it, and maybe have something to hug the initial, like, kind of like a little cartridge, little mini cartridge hole, and then you could just kind of get it. And as long as you can get in there in the front, like, it's gonna line up, you know, as needed from there, right? That way you got this cool, like, effect, you know? Yeah, I mean, we could even tighten this a little bit, but, you know, I mean, this way it's Helios compatible, but I don't know. I don't know if I care about that right now. I might just have, like, a Helios slot or two somewhere else. Keep these really tight together. I think that's the way to go. Keep them really nice and tight so they look cool. And yeah, no, I'm excited, man. This is a cool, dude. Thanks, Gary, man. That's a cool idea, dude. Gave me something to build here. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We'll have them nice and tight. Not too tight. I mean, we want to make it so it doesn't, you know, mess up. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, it might be obtainable to do like a whole ring. I don't know. It might be, but then I don't think these are 20 each. If I have 3 rings, right? If I have 3 X's, 1, 2, 3, that's, you know, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 20 cargo systems. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's math. That's math, man. That's 250 cargo systems. Alexa, what's 20 times 12?
20 times 12 is 240.
Oh, 240. But yeah, that's 240 cargo systems. That's insane. Ah, fair point, Garmin. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna keep going with this. It's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I gotta get dinner going. But yeah, we will definitely we'll be back with this on Friday. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing the Subnautica Let's Play. We're gonna continue with that. Hopefully, get the Cyclops going. Get things moving there. Really enjoying it. If you guys haven't watched the thing, it's on YouTube. I mean, most people have played Subnautica. I haven't, so it's been a lot of fun for me to kind of learn it and everything. So I'm excited about that, and then eventually getting into Below Zero. And we're going to be continuing that Let's Play on, you know, beyond Empyrion content and everything. But we're definitely going to be doing... we got a lot of stuff in the works there. We got a lot of stuff coming. We're going to be continuing with this. So we got the Reforged build series. That's likely going to be Friday. Saturday, we have the first Designers Challenge for the starter capital vessel progression to mid-level game month. The mouthful. May, basically. The May Designers Challenge. First stream. I have my cooking stream, which I don't know exactly when I'm doing that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this Sunday. So it might be a next Sunday thing. We're gonna be doing a Cajun cooking stream. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do some jambalaya, do some stuff. So I'm excited about that. And then I have my Hot Ones spicy wing interview. I gotta figure out how that's working because of what was just announced in the Discord. So I gotta look at how that's working. But we'll see how that happens. But regardless, it's gonna happen. But I gotta order the hot sauce now that it's available. Finally, season 15 just came out for Hot Ones, the lineup for the hot sauces. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then the prefab build series stream is gonna be mid-month next month. We're gonna be doing that. I think that's on the 17th or the 19th. We're gonna be looking at all the prefab SVs you guys have been doing, and we're gonna start the next month's challenge for prefabs, which is being received really well by Elion, by development and everything. There's some light there. I'm happy to say. So yeah, no, I'm excited. And if you didn't see what I posted in Discord, Elion needs prefabs. Talon has asked me to see if you guys have any POIs. Did I say prefabs? I meant POIs. Any POIs that you guys have that aren't too overkill, that could work on the official Empyrion servers. He needs them for events and stuff. So this is a chance for you guys to get your POIs into the official servers, potentially into the game, maybe, you know, once it's, you know, so definitely post those in the POI Builders Club. So that's a big deal for vanilla, of course, guys. And yeah, so a lot of stuff going on, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. And then me and Jay Randall need to do a season 2 wrap-up stream, I think, with Donk and everything. We need to get in there. We need to look at what we got, maybe a last hurrah, something like that. We're gonna do that. So the Let's Play for season 2 is not over. We just got to get together and figure out how we're gonna end it off here. But and then we do have an experimental 1.5 server, which is really cool. Again, thanks to Talon for setting that up, and a lot of bugs have already been identified, and some stuff has been reproduced, and they are looking at that. So this is awesome, dude. The Anvil is helping to fix some issues that are in the 1.5 experimental, and I appreciate you guys for doing the testing. Yeah, so lots of stuff, guys, lots of stuff. But that's gonna do it for us for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't ever clear your entire browsing history and stuff, like cache and it. So I updated. It sounds bad. It's not. I updated a picture on one of my Subnautica, my stream 2, because it had an Empyrion thing on there. So I changed it, and it wouldn't show up. No matter how many times I refreshed my front page of my YouTube, it was still showing. And I guess that's me. I guess you guys see it, but it's some weird thing with YouTube. And like I thought it was the cache, so I cleared everything in my browser, everything completely. And now like I gotta relog in and validate and do all these freaking things. It's annoying. Just putting that out there. Unless you're ready for a lot of logging in of things, don't do that for such a lame reason. That's all. Just a little PSA there. Alright guys, we're gonna hit up Ice Wolfen again. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you as always, and more will come. The makings of the new pickaxe, or I don't know what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it something cool. But thanks again to Garaman. Thanks guys. You guys have a great one. See you on the next one.